Hi, I haven't done this in so long. I forgot how to record on this computer. It took me like a long time, like over 5 minutes, which is a long time for me on a computer to figure out how something works. I felt I was going to say my piece about this. Hi. I was going to say my piece about this because this is the appropriate time. If I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. And so anyway, here we go. Uh, my friend Jeremy, which is he's better known as Joker, got in a severe motorcycle accident on Sunday, I believe. I got called Sunday night. Um, I'm assuming like Robert was going through the list of contacts on his cell phone, and that's what he said later that he was doing. Um, and I was thinking, well, if Joker can't tell someone he's unconscious, but anyway, he was in a severe motorcycle accident. For people that don't know him or don't know any updates, um, so anyway, uh, what happened is he's you know he I don't exactly remember how old he is. He's late 50s or so, early 60s around that. So anyway, he had some brain swelling. He was wearing a helmet, but he had some brain swelling and lots of broken bones. And he's diabetic and long list of things wrong with him anyway. But uh, he was stupid enough to get on a motorcycle, I guess you could say, even with all of the shit. But that's hit one of his escapes in life, so you gotta give it to him about that. Moving along, already 2 minutes into this thing. This is why I don't do videos. No, I'm just joking. Um, so anyway, they induced a coma. They got his mom. He lived in California. They got his mom from Texas over, so he could she could visit him. And he has a dog. And for about a day, I was terrified about that dog because he went out to, you know, to relax and to ride around on his bike. And then he got in this accident. Well, I was thinking this dog was sitting by itself at home, thinking, I'm starving to death. Someone please eat me. Someone please feed me. And it wasn't getting any food. It's a Rottweiler, and he talked very good about this dog. His dog's name was Max. When I spoke to him, that seriously, like, he would take a bullet for that dog, I swear. Like, he was in love with that dog. Um, so anyway, he had a heart attack Wednesday night, and he died. Joker did. And his mom, because of the stress and because she has heart problems, had a heart attack and is fine now. Apparently, she's 90 years old, which is unbelievable to me. And I bet he had a sixth sense of humor like me, so I bet I'm an atheist, so I don't feel like he's in hell or heaven or whatever. But if he knew that because of him, I don't know what kind of relationship he had with his mom, but I'm thinking he would think that that would be funny because he thought everything was funny. Like me, like I laugh at the most inappropriate times. It's like everyone is crying and then I can't laugh. It's like a knee-jerk reaction. Like can't help but laugh, and sometimes it's like, okay, I have to leave the room because it's like I notice nobody else is laughing except me because I'm weird. I swear I wasn't destined to live on this planet, but here I am. Um, but anyway, this is a great memorial video, isn't it, people? But this is what you get for many months of me abandoning you. Just random, oh look a bird, oh look a something shiny, and whatever. Anyway, I'm looking at the time about halfway Um, so anyway, I feel bad about it, but I want to say my piece. My own experience. I chit chatted with him a little bit on Ant's blog. That's how I knew him, through the Ant Colony blog, and um, he would come off with a quick little, like a cheap shot every once in a while. That was one of his things, was uh, thinking of, it was like he spent all day at the computer just thinking of rim shots, like quick little jabs about himself, or like he would say, like ex-wife jokes, like he would say, well, that person sounds like my ex-wife, or that person sounds um, like my ex-wife. Crazy. But he would mostly talk about himself, saying like, uh, I can't think of anything, but you can kind of gather. I have an uncle that's like that too. That he can't. My uncle, and I seen this at my granddad's funeral about when he died. My uncle, it's like it's so painful for him to see someone sad. He would like hit his foot with a hammer to make people laugh. Like he would go out of his way to make people laugh and hurt himself to make them. I mean, not literally, but you know what I mean. Like he hates seeing people unhappy, so he goes out of his way to make people smile. Like that's how he copes with stuff, and that's how he treats people that he loves. And I think that that's how Jeremy, or Joker, could went through life. I think this is going to be a two-parter. Yay! I don't do videos much, but when I do them, they're like an hour. It's like 5 parts or whatever. Uh, but the two things that I remember Joker for is I went on this big rant one time on Ant's blog about how Harry is diabetic and how he couldn't afford the things that he needed, and how he's just suffering because of it, and blah blah blah. I just was ranting, and honestly, like, I don't want people bashing me or whatever. I honestly was just bashing, or I was bashing. I honestly was just uh, ranting about it, and saying, damn this healthcare system, and stuff. And Jeremy emailed me and said, hey, because of my insurance, I have this buildup of test strips, insulin syringes, like the syringes that are like this big, and all this stuff. So if you want it, I'll send it to you. If you're not going to use it, then I won't send it. But if you're going to use it, I'll send it. And so I asked Harry, and Harry said, yeah, I can use that stuff. And then Jeremy said, hey, with those test strips, he needs a meter that will go with them, because not, like, every model has a different test strip that goes with it. So anyway, he sent me like 2 boxes, and I think he sent another box. He goes, yeah, well, when I get paid with Social Security, I'll send you another box or whatever. And I was really modest, and I was like, well, thank you, and not expecting money reimbursed or anything. He just was doing it because he had it left over and he wanted someone to use it. And mind you, this guy was on a fixed income, and it was like $30. It was like $10 a box, and it was like $30 shipping. And he sent a ton. Like, I wish I could show you. It was, we still have some. It's just a ton of, like, the little, it's like the prescription bottles, but they're like, have strips in them. They're not literally prescription bottles, but they're about the same size, and it's just, Harry's still using it, and this was like over a year ago. It's like 2 years ago. And Harry didn't want to say anything on this video, but he said that he wanted to say that he could tell that this guy had a big heart, because he didn't even talk to Harry. He only talked to me, and he was sending them for Harry. So that's one of my main things. And I have about 10 seconds, so